into this subclass requirement is called method overriding. In superclass, already we have a method with some logic, but this logic is not satisfying the requirement of the subclass. Subclass wants some new logic. Then what will you do? You will change the logic. Where? Not in superclass. If you change logic in superclass, the logic will be affected to other subclasses also. So we have to take this method prototype into subclass and then change the logic according to the subclass requirement. This style of taking the method of superclass into subclass and writing the required logic is this process is called as what? Method overriding. For example, your mother is giving, you prepare the food, and the food what you are eating, the mother given food you are not satisfied. Okay, you want more spicy. Okay, or more more lemon you want, or more what do you call onions you want. Okay, then what are you doing? Are you adding this more spicy in the main bowl? No. If you add more spicy to the main bowl, then your other family members will get affected. So what are you doing? How much food you want, how much curry you want, that much you are taking into your plate. In your plate you are adding additional things. That taking into your plate and adding additional thing, that process is called what? Method overriding. Is it clear my point? It is called method overriding. So what is method overriding? Providing new implementation to superclass method in a subclass according to the subclass requirement is called method overriding. Okay, now tell me, this method is already defined in say shape class now. Now you are again defining. Can I say it's a redefining? Yeah, overriding concept is also called as redefining superclass method in a subclass to provide a new implementation according to subclass requirement is called method of overriding. You can provide first definition or second definition, your wish, whichever comfortable, that one you can use. For example, shape example I have given. If you override method, what is the benefit? There is no effect to other subclasses. That's all. Hope you all understand what is method of overriding. Tell me, if you override method, and when we call that method, it has a two implementation. It has implementation in subclass, implementation in superclass. Which implementation is executed? It is depending on the object you have used, not the referenced variable you used. For example, if you write shape s equal to new rectangle and call s dot find area method executed from which class? Shape class or rectangle class? Executed from rectangle class, because the current object is rectangle. So when you override a method and when you call it, the method executed either from superclass or from subclass depending on the object you have stored in a referenced variable. Okay, so this style of executing method is called runtime polymorphism. Defining method in superclass and subclass is called polymorphism, and executing method comes under runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism. Okay, what is method of overloading? Defining multiple methods with a different parameter types, different parameter list, different parameter order is called what? Method of overloading. Defining multiple methods with the same name but with the different parameters type, list or order is called method of overloading. These two methods are depending on different type. This method is depending on different list, and these two methods are depending on different parameter types order. Then when you call method, which parameter method executed? See, overloading method available only in one class, sir. Okay, this overloading concept, the method parameter is available in only in addition class. Now, which parameter method is executed? Depending on passed argument. Overridden method executed from which class? Depending on current object. Depending on current object. Overriding method execution decided depending on current object. Overloading method is execution is depending on passed argument. Okay, if you pass two arguments of int parameters methods executed. If you pass two arguments of float parameter executed. If you pass three parameters of int parameter method is executed. Give me 1 minute. Right. Now we understand method overriding, understand method overloading. We also have one more word called method hiding. Okay, method hiding. So what is method hiding? What is method hiding? Same overriding. It's a flavor of overriding. Now hiding is a flavor of method overriding. If the overriding method is 1 minute, buddy, 1 minute, please. Yeah, guys. So what is method hiding? It is a flavor of overriding only. If the overriding method is a static method, we must call it as method hiding. It means providing new implementation to a static method in a subclass as per subclass requirement is called method hiding. What clarity? In class A, M1 method is declared as a static. Now in subclass also, we are overriding that method in subclass. Now this static method should not call as overriding, you must call it as hiding. Yesterday I told you what is the reason behind the word hiding. Hiding means what? Whenever you invoke superclass variable or method by using superclass reference, if the variable or method executing from superclass even though object is subclass, then we call it as hiding. If the variable or method executing from subclass, then we call it as overriding. Only non-static method comes under overriding. Static variable, non-static variable, static method comes under hiding. It means when we invoke static variable or non-static variable or static method by using superclass referenced variable, even object is subclass, the method is executed only from superclass, not from subclass. Okay, na? Right. So totally three definition: method hiding, method overriding, method overloading. I placing all the 3 points at one place. Redefining superclass static method in subclass with the subclass required logic is called method hiding. Redefining superclass non-static method in subclass with the subclass required logic is called method overriding. Defining multiple methods with the same name but with a different parameter types or list or order is called method overloading. Very important rule. Can we hide or override a method in the same class? Can I hide or override a method in the same class? No, because signature is same na. You cannot define two methods with the same signature. Okay, we cannot hide or override a method in same class. We can hide or override a method only in subclass only. But we can overload a method the method in subclass is a static method with the same superclass static method signature. Okay, if a method in subclass is static method with the same superclass static method signature, then it is method hiding. The method in subclass is a non-static method with the same superclass method signature, then we call it as method overriding. Uh, if the method in subclass is either static or non-static, least bother. And the method in superclass is static or non-static, least bother. Name is same, but with the different parameters, then we call it as method overloading. Are you catching my point? In hiding and overriding, you cannot interchange static to non-static, non-static to static. If a superclass method is static, subclass also should be static. In a superclass method is non-static, in subclass also that method should be non-static. You cannot interchange between static to non-static, non-static to static. If you try, compiler will throw error. Now, identify, I have given a class with three methods and subclass with three methods. Come on, try to tell me. Here, what do you method? Now, this method is what? Hiding. Why? Because it is static. M2 method. M2 method hiding or overriding? M2 method is overriding because it is non-static. Static, non-static, you have to change. You have to take, you not change, okay? Now tell me, M3 method in superclass is static to non-static. No need to consider static to non-static, only consider same name with the different parameters. Then this is overloading. In a subclass also, we have a method with the name M3 with the different parameters, maybe static, maybe non-static, okay? Now these are overloading, these two are also overloading. Okay, now? All people understand? Now write down this program. Identify hiding, overriding, and overloading methods in the below program. Identify hiding, overriding, overloading program. Completed? Huh? Now tell me, once you override or overload or hide a method, methods are executed only when you call, na? Then I call this method. What are the possible ways we can call method? There are two possible ways to call method. Number one, using superclass reference with a superclass object, superclass reference with a subclass object, subclass reference with subclass object. Total three possibilities are there. I'm repeating again. Superclass reference with superclass object, superclass reference with a subclass object, subclass reference with a subclass object. You understand my words? If I use superclass reference with a superclass object, when you invoke the method, methods are searching in superclass and executed in superclass. Do you understand my words? If I use a superclass reference with the subclass object, there is a small change. Methods are searched in superclass. Static methods are executed from superclass. Non-static methods are executed from subclass. Do you understand my words? If I use subclass reference with the subclass object, methods are searched in subclass and also executed in subclass because variable type and object by both are same. What yesterday? Example of hide and overloading methods. Compiler will search both static and non-static definition reference if available is fine. If not available, compiler and JVM will search for this method definition in reference variable superclass until java.lang.object class. If this method definition not found any of the classes, compiler will throw error, cannot find symbol. If method is found in referenced variable class, JVM executes this method based on the method type. If method found in the referenced variable class or any one of its superclasses, JVM execute this method based on method type, static and non-static. Either it is overridden method or overloaded method or least bother. Static method is executed from referenced variable class itself. Non-static method is executed from current object class. Yesterday you written this point, right? Already you wanted to write again? Down here, right question. Identify other calls. Identify output for the below method calls. Identify output from the method calls. So I'm waiting for, I'm giving 2 minutes. Side of each method you output. Here method, here program is there, right? Already written this A12, B12 class. Now if you call B1.M1, you should know M1 method searching in which class, executing from which class. Write and find out output. I'm waiting for 2 minutes. Guys, completed? Tell me B1 dot M1 method. Search for no parameter M1 method in B class. Available. Output is BM1. Search for no parameter M2 method in B class. Available. Output is BM2. Search for no parameter M3 method in B class. Not available. Go to superclass. Available. Executed from here. AM3 no para. Search for string parameter M3 method in B class. Not available. Go to superclass. Available. AM3 string param. Return 50. I'm not using that 50. Search for double comma int parameter method in B class. Available or not available? This is not for, this is double comma int param method in B class. Not available. Search in the superclass. Not available. Then it is compile time error. Did you notice that? Next, search for float comma int parameter method in M3 method. Int comma float comma int param available, executed from here. Here what is the story? Here what is the case? Variable type and object type both are same. That's why either B class or superclass. But now here variable type is superclass, object type is subclass. Then here story is different. Search for no param M1 method in which class? A class. In A class, M1 method available as static method. So execute from A class itself. So output is what? A class M1. Okay, na? Search for no param M2 method in A class. Search for no param M2 method in A class available as non-static method. Then immediately you should consider object. What is the object? B object. With the B object, now the method is executed from B class because this method is overridden in B class. BM2 is the output. Okay, all the people written BM2 na AM2 na. Here written AM2 na BM1 na. AM1 na BM1. A dot M1, AM1, not BM1. A dot M2, it is BM2. A dot M2, search for no parameter M3 method in A class. No parameter M3 method available in A class as a static method. So directly executed from here, AM3 no par. Search for string parameter M3 method in A class. String parameter M3 method in A class. Available or not available? Available. Is it immediately executed here? Come on. Is it immediately executed here? No, because it is non-static method. Because it is there immediately not executed. It is verifying in subclass whether it is overridden or not. JVM verifying this method in subclass whether it is overridden or not. Yeah, it is available in subclass as what? It is available in subclass as what? Overloaded method. It is available in subclass as overloaded method, not overridden method. So it is not executed, going back and executing from superclass. Output is AM3 string param. Next, search for float comma int param method in M3 class. Search for float comma int param M3 method in A class. Available or not available? Not available. Then where we should search? It's searched in B class or A superclass. A superclass object. They're also not available. Coming back and throwing error. Can I believe all the people got the clarity on flow of execution of hiding, overriding, overloading methods? So a quick revision. We can call a method in 4 cases. Superclass reference variable with the superclass object. Subclass reference variable with the subclass object. Superclass reference variable with the subclass object. Subclass reference variable with the superclass object. Is this 4th case possible? Is this 4th case possible? Not possible. Compiler throw error. Only 3 cases possible. Either you call method with superclass reference or subclass reference, searching wise no difference. Search for no param M1 method in A class. If available, as a static, execute from A. If available as a non-static, execute from A because object is also A. Search for no param M1 method in B class. Available as static, execute from B itself. If it is a non-static method, execute from object class B because object is B. Search for no param M1 method in A class. Available as static, then execute from A itself. Available as a non-static, execute from object class B. So these are the points you need to understand. Now, based on this point, there are several test case programs are there. Okay, now based on the explanation I given, there are several test case programs are there. Overriding, if you don't override, what is the problem? Why should I override? If I override, from where it is executed? Okay, how can we extend super class method in subclass? What is a method extending means? Extending method means what? Okay, if I extend the method, when I should go for extending method? If I extending the method, what is the flow of execution? Okay, all these points are there with clear. Next, there are 4 ways of calling method: subclass reference variable, superclass reference variable, this dot, super dot. Already we discussed this point in variable hiding also. Same points are coming in what you call methods also. If you call b1 dot a1 dot, what is the output? From where the methods output will be coming? Why coming? Okay, and next, if you call with this dot, what is the output coming? Okay, if you call this dot, what is the output? If method is static method, this dot static method, what is the output? This dot non-static method, what is the output? This dot private method, what is the output? You should know. And the next, now I'm going up to now here we taken single level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, A, B, C, D, and overridden at multi-levels. Okay, then if I call somewhere in the middle of super class, if you call this dot M1, this dot M2, from where executed, super dot M1, super dot M2, from where executed, you need to understand. Okay, and sometimes you will get compiled time errors. Okay, when you will get compiled time error, all the points you need to notice. For that, I have several test case programs. So I want you spend the time you yourself on these programs. And final conclusion, yesterday I explained, today also explained. When you call static variable, non-static variable, static method, non-static method, where they search, all are searched in the referenced variable class. From where they're executed, static variable, non-static variable, static method executed from referenced variable class, whereas non-static method is executed from current object class. This is a conclusion. Based on the conclusion, I have given one program, combination program. This also you need to solve a big flow of execution there. It's a big program. This program will cover everything up to first chapter, Java fundamental, introduction to Java, to up to method hiding, method overriding. All points will be covered in this program. Okay, and then overriding, overloading rules. When you are overriding, when you are hiding or overriding method, you cannot override however you like. There are 4 rules are there. Okay, there are 4 rules are there. So these 4 rules you have to understand, you have to remember. As part of the rules, we got Java 5 enhancement, covariant returns, and at the rate override, covariant returns, and at the rate override annotation. We got 2 enhancements. We got these 2 enhancements also you should learn. Then finally, summary points on method hiding, overriding. Definition and method hiding, overriding. When should we hide our override method? Execution flow. Why should we hide our override method? Why should not create my own method? How can you identify subclass method is overriding method? What are the different rules we must follow while hiding our overriding method? What are the new features of Java 5 with respect to method overriding? At the rate covariant returns, and why covariance and rules. At the rate override, why at the rate override, and its rules. Next, why static method is called hidden method? Why non-static method is called overridden method? Why static method cannot be executed from subclass? How can non-static method can be executed from subclass? From which class private method is executed? When we call method superclass in superclass, other methods, which class from which class it is executed? When we call a method of superclass in superclass from other methods, from which class it is executed? How can we execute overridden method from superclass? What are the different ways we can differentiate superclass method from hidden or overridden method from subclass hiding and overriding methods? Can we override static method? Are overriding method rules apply to static method? Can we override private method? Are overriding static rules, overriding method rules apply to private method? Explain 4 ways of calling method and execution flow. Okay, from which class static variable, non-static variable, static method, non-static method is searched and executed, explained with the test cases. So totally 22 points are there on method hiding and overriding. All these 22 points, I'm expecting basic idea are given, complete flow of execution are given, test case programs you have to learn yourself. Will you learn? Will you learn or will you comment me saying that sorry sharing the YouTube videos? Already told you. YouTube videos I will give. You agreed and joined the course. Interview questions. I told you interview questions, I'll share you videos. You agreed and joined. So if you are now commenting me, that is your problem, not my problem. Okay, I told you I will teach regular concept and on the topic interview questions, I will give you videos I told. Those videos are not different faculty videos. Those are my videos only. I taught videos only, that too latest. Recent explained videos only I told. So while learning these videos, if you face any problem, let me know. Okay, now? So this is the story about method of overriding topic. Polymorphism, method of overriding section completed. Now we need to understand polymorphism, method of overloading topic. Okay, polymorphism, method of overloading topic you need to learn. Okay, method of overloading. What is method of overloading? I explain. When should we overload method? If you wanted to provide, if you want to execute same operation with new inputs, other type of values. I want same operation with other type of values, then we should go for overload. For example, I had two ints. I wanted two string should overload. I should join student. I should join faculty. I should join admin. Join method, I should go with overloading. Okay, I want to join person. I want to join animal. I want to join vehicle. Then I should go for join method with overloading. If you want to perform same operation with type of inputs, then we should go for overloading. Which overloaded executed depending on the argument. Why should you overload method? Why can't we create new method with the new name? If I overload method, user class programmer need to call only one time by passing different type of arguments.
So you can learn anywhere.
Automatically based on the passed argument, parameter method will be linked and executed. If you define with the different methods, then user programmer is the problem. You should remember needs. Advantages of overload, user programmer no need. Real-time Java API examples, we identify whether is overload or not. Rules on execution flow of overloading method. Which parameter overloaded method executed? If the argument is not matched, will it lead to compile error? Java functions with respect to overloading. Overloading. Overloaded the execution inheritance. So these are all the slides I have explained you overloading and its execution flow and more test cases in your free time. All these test cases you have to practice. If you don't practice, you will go into fail in the written test exam. Okay, your free time, you have to just practice all these test cases and from the video. These are all the self-practice bits, okay? If I keep explaining, it's minimum, overloading all the test case itself is minimum 20 days. I don't want to spend that much time. Okay, all these slides clearly I have explained and recorded videos. Only thing you need to follow. Sir, when I should complete, sir, I am very busy. Yeah, when free, you busy, you practice, okay? So, today we will try to understand method of overriding related all interview questions one by one, everything clearly. Okay, so please try to concentrate, learn every point, and if you find any difficulty or any doubts or in understanding, please try to raise your question in YouTube live. The chat is enabled for you. You can try to ask any question. I'm ready to answer. Okay, now fine. So let me start the session. Okay, now so overriding, overloading, these two topics, video sharing to you. Okay, so I have clarity. Just enter your questions you need to. Next, in a polymorphism, like methods, usual and constructor overloading constructor. Tell me, did we discuss constructor overloading already? Constructor chapter, right? Define multi constructors inside. If I define multiple constructors inside a class with different parameter type or list order, constructor overloading. When should we overload constructor? If you want to develop different initialization logic for the object, sometimes I want initialize only one parameter. Sometimes I want initialize only one. Sometimes I want initialize multiple fields. I want to different initialization or the same initialization logic by taking different. By taking value in the different forms. For example, I want to initialize int property. I want to take that value either as a int type or as a integer type or as a string type. I want to take as a different type. In that case also, we have to constructor. Overload constructor. Okay, if I overload constructor, which constructor is executed when we create object? It is depending on the argument you pass. Okay, which argument you pass, that argument parameter is executed in creating object. Sometimes when
Understanding data structures and algorithms
same
is
logic
difficult.
to be,
Don't worry,
some part of the
Log2Basic can
constructor
help
will
you.
be repeated. When some part of the logic is repeated, instead of writing that logic in each and every constructor, we write logic in one constructor and I'll call that constructor from all other constructors. Okay, that is called constructor chaining. What is the meaning of constructor chaining? Calling one constructor from another constructor by using either this keyword or by using super keyword is called constructor chaining. Subclass constructors must chain to superclass constructor by using super keyword, and subclass constructors, among them also sometimes we need to chain for subclass constructor is optional. If you require to reuse the logic, then you have to use this parenthesis. You can use this parenthesis combination in a same class. Okay, right. So constructor overloading, constructor chaining, test case programs in your free time, you try to watch it. It's not urgent. Okay, it's not urgent. Whenever you find free time, you just go through these videos. Okay, I already explained about constructor overloading. Already explained training. Some case programs are there, interview questions. Okay, you have to them. Okay, right. So, how many days? 4 videos. Here videos. 8 2 videos. 4 plus 2 for 8 10 days. Okay, 10 will take. Then next, still we have some more concept called polymorphism. Means what? Overriding. Okay, variable value I can change, method I can change, by writing subclass I can change. Final variable, final method, final class. If you declare a variable as a final, then the variable is called final variable. Final variable value, you cannot, final variable value, we cannot modify. If you don't want to modify value of a variable, then we should declare that variable as a final. Next, final method. What is the meaning of final method? A method which is declared with the keyword final is called final method. If you declare method as a final, you can override that method in a subclass. If you try to override, compiler will throw error. Next, final class. Okay, final class. Tell me now. When, if you declare class as a final, we call it as a final class. If you declare class as a final, you cannot write subclass from that class. For example, I'm going inheritance hierarchy. Somewhere I want to stop inheritance. Then declare the class as a final. For further subclass, you cannot create. Understand? Final variable, final method, final class. Come to final variable. Again, there are 4 types of final variables. Static final variable, non-static final variable, parameter final variable, local final variable. Are there any rules working with the final variables? Apart from the modification rule, static variable, static final, non-static final variable have some rules. Okay. So this first video is completely on final keyword and final variables only. Okay, this first video completely 2 hours class is on final keyword and final variables only. So you must watch this video too. So totally you have to watch these concepts. If you want to pass interview, your complete interview, 2 hours of interview is depending on these topics. Okay, upcasting, downcasting, class cast exception, instance of operator, variable hiding, method hiding, overriding, extending Java 5 features, method overloading, constructor overloading, chaining, final keyword, final variable, final method, final class. So these complete topics are very, very important. Again and again, you need to practice. Okay, until your mind feeling you are comfortable. Again and again, you have to practice. Understand my point? So these are the most important topics I have recorded and making it available to you for your learning purpose. I only explain, buddy. Okay, not other faculty explain. I only explain. Whatever the slides I am showing, the same slides explain, same points explain. So come out from a feeling that I am sharing the videos. I'm sharing videos for your benefit only. Okay, so totally 10 days of the time will be saving, right? 10, 12 days. 12 days of time will be saved. 12 days I get time on some other topics. So don't get angry. Please try to start practice from today itself. Hope I complete some. Hiding overloading. And the types of polymorphism, constructor overloading, constructor chaining, final keyword, final variable, final method, final class, project. Already shape project I explained na, polymorphism. Shape project and calculate already explained. If you complete all these videos, then in the next coming class, after abstraction completed, I will cover one more project. That time you will enjoy. So you'll be more confident. You'll have more confidence and you understand more. Okay. Right. So now with this knowledge, we need to enter it into abstraction. Okay. Types of inheritances after abstraction. Yeah, abstraction introduction itself will take minimum half an hour to 40 minutes. 40 minutes, okay? So today I'm stopping session here and we'll continue tomorrow. Abstraction topic itself will take, introduction itself will take 40 minutes, okay? So I don't want to stop tomorrow. Okay, again tomorrow I have to revise. So let me stop here. And today you continue watching polymorphism video start. Okay, writing first video with 2x UCAPE and try to complete. Maximum first video I have explained, okay? Maximum topics in first video I explained, please try to watch. whatever the videos links I have shared, all these links, this file is available already in your drive, Google Drive. If you miss them, just you go to Google Drive and collect with the name 01 YouTube videos.exe. This file is there, just you check it out and download and keep it in your system. Is it clear, Nana? So tomorrow we'll start abstraction. Sunday you don't have class. Sunday I am not taking class, but you have a lot of work to do, right? So Sunday don't plan anything. Sunday you have to work on to complete these pending videos, because still some more videos are waiting for you to torture. Understand? So I told you already, from now onwards there are 4 hours you have to spend. 2 hours in class, 2 hours with videos after class. 4 hours per day you have to spend. So many videos are coming, so many entry questions are coming. Okay. And next, I requested you, all the people to join 7 a.m. batch. Yeah, 8 students have problem and no other students have problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 students. 12 students have problem. I requested you to send a mail to who cannot have batch for collections. I requested you to send mail. 12 students have sent mail. So remaining all students don't have any problem now. From May 3rd onwards, I'll start the class. 7 a.m. batch, you need to come from May 3rd onwards. Okay, for the complete month. May 3rd onwards, complete month, you have to come. Collections chapter, I will take for 1 month. It takes a collection chapter, take 4 weeks. 1 month, I will teach collections. So people who cannot come to 7 a.m. batch, I requested you to send mail. Don't talk in the chat window. Send a mail saying that I cannot attend 7 a.m. Cannot attend the reason. Continuously focusing on 4 hours is not feasible. Okay, I no need to consider that. Kalyani Vivekanandan, I'm not considering that one. Okay, you are not a LKG kid. Okay, in 10th class, continuously you have focused of morning 8 o'clock to night 8 o'clock. Okay, so don't behave like a half brain people. Okay, if you are really problem, then only tell. Just for time pass purpose, don't say like this. When you join in company you have to work for 12 hours continuously. That day you can say, hey, what nonsense are you talking? Continuously 4 hours, 12 hours, who will concentrate? Wake up. Okay. So if you cannot attend class, let me know. Send a mail saying that cannot attend and hyphen reason. javaharikrishna@gmail.com.